Hello, today we are talking about things you need to do before you sleep at night. One of them is brush your hair and tie your hair up. But there is a lot of things that you should do before going to sleep to really help optimize the power of your sleep. Sleep is one of the most underestimated natural tools that we all have to get the best results from our anti-aging practices, our dieting, our fitness and wellness routines. All of those things are just maximized by getting the best sleep possible. And of course, we know our attitudes and energy depend so greatly on sleep, but a lot of us don't really think as much about our metabolism or results from, weight loss and all of that. So I have a big pile of laundry that I'm just going to be kind of sorting as we chat. So one of the things that I found has really helped me have a peaceful sleep is doing a little tidy in the evening. So I'll put toys away, make sure the kitchen is clean. I don't care too much about laundry in the evening. That's more of a daytime thing for me. But basically just thinking, okay, what is the tomorrow Zoe gonna want, Am I gonna wanna be starting with a messy kitchen and dishes all over the place? Am I gonna be wanting to start Bodhi's day with clutter and toys everywhere? No. So I get all of those things checked off the list, and I feel like that helps me sleep so much better. Another thing that I make sure I do is I always have water beside my bed. I try and drink as much as I can during the day, but often I wake up at night, and if I don't have a sip of water or something, I find it much harder to go to sleep. But I also need my water beside my bed for my supplements. So I am a huge believer in the power of natural remedies to help you decrease stress, optimize recovery, anti-aging, and just improve your sleep as well. And that is why we created Renew, which is an all-natural, fully comprehensive sleep support supplement that helps your body just do naturally the things it already does way, way, way better. So a lot of us kind of know that, okay, sleep is great for recovery, and that's when our body kind of does a deep clean, but we're kind of missing a few key points. That's when our body really does get all of those anti-aging benefits. All of the recalibration of our hormones happens when we're sleeping. And because so many of us are exposed to blue light all the time, we have stressful lifestyles, maybe our diet isn't on point, maybe we're dealing with some mental health issues, our sleep is disrupted. So instead of going the route of getting pharmaceuticals and more hardcore things, I like to always start with a natural approach. And that is exactly what we did with Renew. Now, it's not just like the plain old, I feel a little too far from you. It's not just like the plain old take magnesium or take melatonin. Yes, both of those things are in here in very pure and potent concentrations. But it goes a lot further than that because there's so much more that improves sleep than just magnesium and melatonin, even though magnesium is super hot right now and everybody's talking about it. And yes, it can be amazing for optimizing our sleep, decreasing muscle soreness, even helping with our overall gut. But we've added in some amazing amino acids like arginine, lysine, and theanine, which are all great for regulating mood, appetite, and helping to calm us down. But the big star players for me in here are things that I learned from naturopaths, just working with them for years, is the 5-HTP. My one girlfriend always calls this like nature's Prozac because it really helps with mood. And then ashwagandha, which is another great one for stress, managing our stress. Then, like I said, we've got the melatonin and magnesium and even zinc in here. So inside this, you are getting so many wonderful natural nutrients that are really going to make an amazing difference in the quality of your sleep, falling asleep faster and easier, staying asleep if you wake up for whatever reason, falling back asleep. And then your body is just gonna help it's gonna do way more in upping our HGH, human growth hormone, which is an anti-aging hormone, regulating our cortisol, regulating our leptin, our ghrelin. These are all real life hormones that you already have that can get so out of whack when you're really hungry or when you're really lacking sleep, which leads to more hunger, which leads to binging, which leads to sugar crashes, which often leads to weight gain. Like, it's just this whole yucky cycle. So tap the link in my bio to check out Renew. I think you will absolutely love it. I didn't mean to go on about it that long. I just feel so strongly in the power of it. I was taking 2 capsules. I've upped it to 3 capsules. The full dose is 4 capsules. I personally love 3 for now, and I always like to start on the lower end and work my way up. So I have my water by my bedside table. I have Renew 3 capsules every night, and oh my goodness, has it ever made a big difference in my sleep, like huge. And then of course there comes the morning. Like, you can't talk about nighttime without talking about morning. So in the morning, I am now setting an alarm. I often don't need it, but setting an alarm to make sure that I'm up nice and early. I like getting up early because I feel like I get a lot more done in the day, but also then it helps me go to sleep early the next day. So it's kind of like a natural rhythm. I also get that beautiful light in the morning that is so good for you. The red light that comes from the sun when it's just starting to rise is so good for you. I mean, Andrew Huberman, he's everywhere. He's always talking about that early morning light, getting it into your eyes, and that's something that I notice a big difference from helping to set my circadian rhythm and helping me fall asleep faster at night, because my body is really in tune with nature and what's going on. So that's amazing. And then of course there's caffeine and alcohol. On the nights when we go out for dinner and I end up having, maybe a little more wine than I had planned on, I just have a terrible sleep. Alcohol disrupts your sleep cycles, so you don't really get full and complete cycles. So if you notice that alcohol is affecting you in that way, I would suggest putting little guidelines in there. Like, I try to limit it to when we go out for dinner or on the weekends, instead of making it like an every night thing. For a while there, I feel like I was having wine every single night, even though it was just a glass, maybe 2 glasses. I feel better when I have a lot more dry nights where I'm not having any alcohol. Instead, I have a mineral water, sparkling water, something like that, or a caffeine-free iced tea. I have that in the evenings, and that makes me feel so much better. And then coffee. I don't drink any coffee past 10 a.m. because for me, I'm so sensitive to caffeine, and I believe that caffeine has a 12-hour life. So if I want to go to bed at 10, I do not have coffee after 10 because it just affects me so much. So those are a few things that I have been incorporating that I think you should too, and you'll find a big difference from that. I've always been a pretty good sleeper, but once my son came along and then the sleep wasn't really up to me, it was up to him. I really got a feel for how much harder everything is when sleep is disrupted, when you're up like, talking about all this sleep is making me tired. When you're up at like 5 a.m., like all of that, I got such a big dose of that, and it really affected my ability to work out, lose weight, feel good, be positive. So prioritize your sleep, then move to your diet, then move to your exercise, and all of those things together are the complete trifecta that is going to give you amazing results from your health and wellness routine. I hope you get a good night's sleep. I hope you give Renew a try. We have amazing packages only for followers linked around this video or in my bio, so be sure to check it out. And if you have any questions, let me know down below. Big hugs. Lots of love. Bye-bye.